So welcome back to our series in solving the UVA questions. So in this session, I'm going to demonstrate how to solve this problem, which is also can be gotten from our Hunters Con Bronze Lake, the fourth Bronze Lake. So actually, the question is from UVA 10420. So let's see the problem. In Act 1, Leopoldo is telling Donna Elvira about his master's long list of conquests. This is the list of beauties my master has loved, and a list I have made out of myself. Take a look, read it with me. So in Italy, 640, in Germany, 231, and blah blah blah. So among them are country girl, waiting maids, city beauties, and blah blah blah. So women of every rank, every size, and every age. As the operator requests all the beauties of Don Giovanni, loved in chronological order, it's very troublesome for him to present his master conquest to others because he needs to count the number of the beauties by the nationality each time. So you are to help the operator to count. So it should be a long list that his master loves. It's about the woman anyway. So the input consists of 200 lines. So first line contains the number n, indicating that there will be n of more lines. Each of the following lines with most 75 characters contains a country and the name of a woman Johnny loves. So you may assume that the name of all country only consists of one word. So let's just see the input. The first integer you encounter is the n lines that follows, which is the country and the name of the woman. So you may assume that this country has only one word. So it doesn't exist like the country, something like United States. So such case doesn't exist. So our string processing should be better. It should be easier now. So the output consists of line in alphabetical order. Each line starts with the name of a country followed by the total number of women Giovanni loves in the country separated by a space. So first, my solution is as follow. First, we should get a hash map. So this is my hash map. Country A. This is country B, C, D, E, F, and so on. So for each country, I need to calculate how many women are there. So I need to map an integer value. So initially, all should be 0. So initially, this is the initial states. So when I got a country, which is country A, then I will add this counter and continue, so on, and until all n lines are read. So if we get the number of lines first, and you should note that during the output, we should output according to the alphabetical order in terms when we compare to the country name. So in fact, we have two solutions. One is to use a hash map as follow. Because the country sequence is not in alphabetical order, so after we adding all the data into our hash map, then later we'll get the keys, which is ABCDF. Then we need to arrange them. Then we query the values from here. So example Spain, so Spain will be here, and our England will be here. So the next Spain, so Spain should be one. But when we display, then we should sort England and Spain in alphabetical order. Then we get England first and get the value. Then we only it is the turn for Spain. Then we get the value for Spain. So we create a hash map. So the hash map should be string integer because we want to map the country name with the counter. Okay. So we perform a loop to get our counter done. So this is the line. So S represents a line, Spain, Donna, Evira. So the name is not important. What we need to get is to get the country name. So we should get a string tokenizer. So since we are not using S anymore, we can just safely put it there. And actually, we only need to extract the first words. So we also don't have to store the reference from string tokenizer. We can directly make. So we also need to import a class for string tokenizer. So here we get the country name, which is the first word here. Then we proceed to check if the map contains the country or not. Country name. But in fact, we can use a value, use the function, but I will demonstrate later. So if it contains skin, then we update the value of the counter. Get country name. Otherwise, we put one because it is the first occurrence. So the issue here is if we are querying some new countries, then the value return will be null. So later when we do this operation, it will be throwing exception. But there's another API for us to do this is in one line. Put also we put again get or default. So for the case here, if we don't have the country stored in a hash table or the hash map, then it will return 0. Otherwise, it will return the value of the store value for the country name, the counter of it. So it looks pretty elegant now. Next, we need to get the keys. Key set. So we convert them into the array size. So this should be our countries. Okay. So this are our keys. Then we need to sort them. Sorts countries, and then we can print it out. We get a value. Countries plus the value countries type. So for this solution, we are actually doing an assumption that there is no duplicated name and the country. Let's say England Jendorf and England Jendorf. So this case doesn't happen. Otherwise, then we need to use another solution. So for this, the test cases in this question, it doesn't have such situations. So we can proceed now. So it's displaying the correct value, England 1 and Spain 2. So this is the first solution. For another solution, you can have something like this lines. Instead of using Hashmap, in fact, we don't have to use it. We store the lines directly into our string array. Then we sort them. So next, proceed to calculate the value. String country name. This is our counter. So this is our last country name. It's fine. Actually, we can do it here. So now the line should be our countries. So by sorting this array, we aggregate the countries together. If so, first we compare our current value. If it's equal to our last country name, then we proceed to add the counter. Otherwise, we display the value for last country name counter, then our last country name should be our current countries and counter equals to 1. So this is for the last case. So this is another solution. It works like this. So first we sort the followings into our array, then we sort. So the array should looks like this. Then we go, okay, so now our last country is nothing, and our current country is England. So I should display the last country name first, but in this case, our last country name is nothing. So I should do a check here. Country name. So if our last country is a country, it's not the first nothing that we check again, so we don't have to print it. And so our counter becomes 1 now. Then next, Spain. So I will get into here. My country is not equals to a country name, so but my so it's not equals to nothing. So I will print out the England and the 1. Then I set my last country name equals to Spain. Then my counter equals to 1. Then for the next loop again, Spain. So I found that okay, so my current country name is equals to the last country name. So I proceed to add the counter. So now the load has done. Then I will display the last country value. So I try to put the value inside and check and see if it produced the correct answer or not. So it have you Spain equals 1, Spain equals 1. So actually this is the problem. We should not use equals equals directly on string because they are object in Java. So we are not comparing actually. So we need to use this dot equals. So it should works now, I guess. So yes, it works now. So this is the second solution. So the efficiency wise is quite similar, but this is uh, more troubles solution as you need to think out of the logic of these things. As for another one, what you need to do is just throw the value inside the hash map and read the value from the hash map and print it out. That's it. So that's it for this question. Is also a simple questions in level 1 sorted by Yuhan. So if you have any problem, just comment. And if you like this video, please subscribe to our UVA series.